inside the hospital.
Leaving the hospital finally after 5.5 hours, and a very frustrating day. You know, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I came in for my checkup. I couldn't get anybody to help me. They're so far behind. No wonder people don't even come for checkup anymore, because you can't even see them within a reasonable amount of time. 5.5 hours later, I'm going home. Let's get in the car and I'll tell you what happened. So here I am. It's a very frustrating day. I got to the doctor's at 12 noon. It is now 4:39, and I'm extremely frustrated. I went for my mammogram check and my ultrasound, diagnostic mammogram, because I think everybody should have one. You do an ultrasound as well. For a follow-up for my last surgery that was a year ago, a little over a year ago, because of a phylloides tumor that was found after it had been misdiagnosed as another tumor. But it is a phylloides tumor, which is a rare tumor, which always has to be checked every 3 to 6 months. When I went back to go have my breast checkup 3 months ago, they told me it was too soon before my insurance, even though I was willing to pay cash. But I went back again today and waited, and of course my mammogram had showed different things on there, some spots, and then I did more images, and then of course after I did more images, I did an ultrasound in which they found some type of little small mass at 9 o'clock on my left breast, opposite of the place where I had my surgery last year. But when I went upstairs, of course, to have the doctor meet it, prior to me going upstairs, the Cornell had asked me if I had any of my past mammograms with me, which is very frustrating because I gave them 5 years of mammograms just a year ago when I had my operation at Cornell to remove a lump that I had at 3 o'clock and one that I had on my nipple. So the point is that they already had my films, but they had to go look for them again, and I have to wait for them to call me tomorrow if I have to have my 9 o'clock mass that they found to have biopsied or not. So I'll wait till tomorrow to find out if I have to have that biopsied. But what's frustrating is after I went upstairs to see my regular doctor, she of course didn't feel anything, and then of course the physician downstairs didn't write that they saw anything. So that nobody communicates with each other, and it's extremely frustrating as a woman because first of all, most mammograms don't catch breast cancer, as we know. It's usually an ultrasound that does, which is why you have to really insist on having a diagnostic mammogram. Even if it doesn't get covered by insurance, you should spend the extra money to do it if you can, because it can save your life.
And that's what happened last time, and that's how they discovered the phylloides after a misdiagnosis. They found it was,
right,
and they operated and they got it. But why was it important to have that followed up on?
Well, the reason why is that a phylloides tumor, if you look under the American Cancer Association, it tells you that most phylloides tumors are considered cancer regardless if they're benign or malignant. And the reason why why they have that position is because phylloides tumors can't be treated by chemotherapy or radiation. So if they come back, they can come back bigger, and nothing can be used to shrink them. And when I had my surgery a year ago, because they thought it was something else, they didn't take the full margin on the phylloides tumor, which means it has a bigger chance of coming back at a later date. And so I went back to find out, because I did find something and felt something myself, because breast exams, self-exams are super important. And I think after you go through a lot, you end up doing a lot more yourself. And I did find something, which she believes is nothing, is more of a cyst, which is wonderful news. Except that, you know, I know that from previous experience, I've felt things before, and they told me I was crazy and that there was nothing there. And of course, I ended up having a surgery, as I said, a year ago, because I was right. So I think it's very important that you're insisting on, you know, the care that you deserve, and insisting on the answers that you deserve. And honestly, I wasn't going to leave there today without having a report of my diagnostic exam, because you deserve that. Number one, you should know what's going on. Do not let the doctors bully you around. It's bad enough that they made me wait 4.5 hours to begin with, but now I'm still going home without one doctor knowing what the other doctor said. The one doctor who told me that she saw something at 9 o'clock was the second surgeon who operated on me with my other surgeon upstairs last year. and neither one of them communicated, so I have to wait for one of the doctors to call me tomorrow to tell me if I have to be biopsied at 9 o'clock. And the other surgeon told me to come back in 6 months again. So it's just so
The bottom line is you have to take responsibility for your situation yourself and make sure that you get the right
Yeah, that's the most
results.
important thing. You got to stand up for yourself. You got to fight for the doctors to, if you feel something, don't let a mammogram tell you that it's not there. Insist on having an ultrasound, as I did today, and as I did a year ago and had my surgery, and now I'm following up again. So it's very important that you're persistent. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and that's why I wanted to document this, to let you know that it is very frustrating. I can see why a lot of people don't even go for their exams when they have to wait this long. But the fact that, here I am again, waiting to find out what I got to do next. So I'll take you guys on this journey with me, because once again, it's important to share the information with each other, because all we have is each other, and all we can do is rely on each other's stories, because I think that's what the real story is. And at any rate, I'll be in touch with you guys tomorrow to let you know how it goes. Stay in touch with yourself. Self-breast exams are so important. Because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you're long overdue for your mammogram, make sure you go set up an appointment to do it. That'll make me happy. That'll make my day. See you soon.